All right. Uh, oh. Okay. Wanted to make sure the camera was proper. So you remember that NFT, non-fungible, fungible, whatever, non-fungible token, that digital art, which was purchased for millions. Well, guess what? The buyer is an Indian. India. The buyer is an Indian from Tamil Nadu. Wow, incredible. Out of all the people who purchased $1 million, it's not an American, it's not Western expat, or Western citizen. It is India. Now, when I mention that, I'm sure half the Indians will say, hey, India, we are Indian, he's Indian, India is great. But then the people with a little bit of, discernment and awareness would be like, that doesn't sound right. And if you read the article, I'll put the link below, you'll realize that there is a lot more to be suspicious on not only the activity but on the individual himself. I think that will give you food for thought for what I told you. Cryptos, they are not a regulated market, so it can prove to invite unscrupulous individuals. Now, I'm not saying that this guy is proved to be unethical or he has done something wrong. I'm giving you my feeling, my gut feeling, which can be wrong. But you let me know, what do you think? And because this is on a public space, I can give you my opinion. So I'll read out the article and I'll give my analysis. Okay, where is it? Okay, so Business Insider India states, the man who bought Beeple's $69 million NFT, non-fungible token, reveals his identity. He revealed his identity. He is a truth. When you have so much of money, you keep your mouth shut. You don't reveal your identity. You don't show who you are. You keep it private. The very fact now it says that it reveals his identity means he's a jackass. Because what you're doing is you're inviting the whole world to suddenly put you and your life under a microscope. And if they find any one single thing that is wrong, they're going to fucking crucify you. They will destroy your life. Okay? So right from the outset, it makes me realize this guy is the truth. He's an idiot. Okay, so he reveals his identity to show the equalizing power of crypto, but is caught in a controversy himself. He reveals his identity to show the equalizing power of crypto. No, he reveals his identity because he has low self-worth, low self-esteem. He wants to fucking show off. He wants free publicity. He wants to appear, hey, I'm special, I'm important. So that's why he does it. He doesn't do it to show crypto anything about fucking crypto. Fuck the crypto. He's doing it to feel great. I'm famous, I'm rich, I'm successful, I'm a visionary. I'm Elon Musk 2.0. That's why they fucking do it. Why do we have our social media accounts? We do it to show off. Okay? So he's another truth that did the same. Then there is photograph, nicely put. You can see his photo. See, what a nice photo. Looks nice. Okay. Looking at him only, I'll be like, his name is what? Vignesh Sudarshan. From vigneshsudarshan.com. Wow. Like loimasido.com, vigneshsudarshan.com. See, people who market their own brand, people who tend to do that, want a sense of self-worth. Even me. We want a sense of self-worth. We are trying to find our place in the world, in society. We are trying to feel special and important. For me, there's been no secret. I was born with low self-esteem, never had proper upbringing, wanted to feel special. Why do you think the tattoos came? Why do you think showing off with the girlfriends came? I lived that life where I wanted attention. So most of the people who market their own name and their brand are doing so because they want to feel a sense of self-worth. And that is why you have people who want to change the world and do great things, because they want to feel, oh, this is a life worth living. Even people who are religious, they show, they pray like this. Why they show in front of everyone? Why they don't hide and do it? Because we want to feel special. Even girls showing their boobies and all that, all of them do it to feel special. So then he says, the non-fungible token, NFTs, every day is the first 5,000 days by Beeple was sold at a whopping $269 million at Christie's auction last week to Meta Coven. He keeps his name as Meta Coven, hiding behind an alias, Meta Coven. Meta Coven has revealed himself to be entrepreneur, yes, Vignesh Sudarshan, who's also the founder of a now defunct coin exchange. So the first suspicious thing, he himself raised a crypto which is defunct. According to him, he made the purchase to show the world the equalizing power of crypto. No, he did the purchase to show that his balls are big, that he is great, that he is amazing, that is incredible. He didn't do it anything for fucking crypto. It's like buying a Lamborghini to show the world, oh, the power of the currency, or having 2-3 hoes with you to show, oh, the power of social interaction. What the fuck are you talking? Okay, however, an independent blogger, Amy Castro, suspects that Beeple and Sudarshan may have been in cahoots. Cahoots, like it sounds like choots. Cahoots to increase the value of the rest of Beeple's collection within the B20 project. Ayyo, yandada. The Tamil Nadu, what is his name? Mr. Vignesh. Yandada, Mr. Vignesh, yandada. I don't know, yandada is which language? Yandada is Malayalam. Enda must be Tamil, okay. So the piece of digital art, a non-fungible token, NFT, was put under the hammer in the UK, United Kerala, UK, and was sold for 69 million. Dada, you know the spy loved me. 69 million, dada. Look, no, 69 million. Last week. It's the third highest prize paid for a work by a living artist, according to the legacy auction house Christie's. While the sale of every day, the first 5,000 days, was a historic moment for Christie's Beeple, whose real name is Mike Winkelmann, the art world in general were left wondering about the mystery of the man who bid using the pseudonym Meta Coven. Of course, everyone would be curious. Okay, then they have a photograph of this Beeple's 5,000 days, which anyway looks like, I don't know what the fuck is that. It looks like nonsense. Just Google search on YouTube. White, just white painting. It just a canvas painted white is being sold for millions. Just white. You just put white paint and you sell it for millions. That is how idiotic people have become. It turns out it wasn't just one man. No, it wasn't just one man, but two entrepreneurs. See this word entrepreneur, no? Nowadays every small kid, every idiot, every startup, every old man, young man, every truth, every fraudster, everyone's an entrepreneur. It's not like a PhD where you have to earn it. I can tomorrow start a website, let's say for example business@light.com, and I can call myself founder and CEO. So these dummy designations mean nothing. Okay, but in these guys they have money. So let's see. So from Tamil, so these two guys from Tamil Nadu who are currently settled in Singapore, I wonder why. Vignesh Sudarshan, who goes by Meta Coven, and Anand Venkateshwar Swaran. My goodness, such a big name. Anand Venkateshwaran. Very, very big name. Also known as Tubador. Wow, what a cool fucking name. It sounds like Doom Eternal. So these two guys, Meta Coven and Tubador. Oh, sounds like a He-Man. Kind of one of those futuristic movies. So these two, India. If you say India, my name is Venkateshwaran. My name is Koshi Korean Kutti. Doesn't sound cool. But if you sound Metacoven and what? Bigetedora, Tubogadaraba. Sounds very cool. Fuck. Okay, then it says, the point was to show Indians, India, it was to show that masala dosa, idli, vada, sambar, parota, and the people of color, like my color, I have multicolor, black color, brown color, little bit of white on my head, down is pink. So people of color, they too could be patrons. That crypto was a equalizing power between the West and the rest. And the global South was rising like an erection. It was rising. And the two in the blog post revealing their identity. In other words, I wanted to show you my Indian sausage is as big as the African sausage. And is even more desirable than the white sausage. So if you want to come and suck my hairy, very hairy sausage with my ballers, please apply. So they wanted to show India is so great. Fantastic. Even my color is rising. What a noble thought. Fantastic. Who is Metacoven? Sudarshan, alumnus of a US based startup accelerator Y Combinator, discovered crypto in 2013. Okay, at that time he has no money. Ayyo, you have no money in 2013, but now you have so much money that you can buy a painting for 65 million, 69. Hard work. Kheti wadi is like, farming. With hard work, you can have 69 million to put in the sky. See, that is the power of hard work. I'm sure it's all legit. I'm sure this is all legally made money. I'm sure, very sure. I'm not saying it sarcastically. I'm saying it honestly. This is hard work. Any normal Indian who works hard, makes million, he will also want to put 69 million in the air. Dollar, not rupee. Okay. Then, so he had no money. From no money, now he has excess money. So he looked to the global and open network of Bitcoin to earn some cash. Very good. This led him to offering escrow services and eventually setting up an exchange in Kannada called Coin.e. So with hard work and transparency which cryptos offer, he decided to open some e-coins, Coin.e. This was Sudarshan's introduction to the world of cryptocurrency, but his true turning point was when he invested in world's first initial coin offering of Ethereum. Okay, so he invested in that. Good, that's where he hit his jackpot, I think. The money that came in was used to fund a multiple project like Polkadot, Tezos, Dfinity, Decentraland, Flow and others. I don't understand why the fuck these cryptocurrencies have such fucking futuristic name like Tezo, Gizzy Bozzy, Dogecoin, Ethereum X, CoinX. Why it is not something like Ooga Booga or Doogie Doogie or Kushi Wushi or Mimi Nomi? Why isn't something Gazabuzza, Ooga Booga? Some like our Indian name like Kundi, Patti, Nari, Tendi. Why is such name? Or maybe some Indian flavored name, Teri Maki coins, Tere Benke Lode coins, or Chutia coins. Always they have this Terra X, Bazi Baza, some polka dots, tits and ass. No, tits and ass is a porno thing. Okay. So he invested in this. And the same fountain of gold is what created Metapurse. Wow. For an uneducated guy like me, you tell me there is cloud computing. Like one Indian minister, he said, you know why sometimes internet not working? Because in the cloud, when there is thunderstorm, the cloud gets surrounded by rainy cloud. And that disrupts technology. So when it rains, the cloud computing gets affected. Cloud, badal, sky. And then instead of having normal stuff, we have Meta Purse, we have digital wallet, we have what is all that? Mining from Zimble, Simble, Zimble stuff. We are going to complex. Okay. All right. Where is it? Where is that article? Okay. A crypto exclusive fund that specializes in identifying early stage projects across blockchain, infrastructure, finance, arts, unique collectibles, and virtual real estate. Virtual real estate. Bah. So now you don't need to buy a land in Kozhikode or Pakistan. You don't need to buy a property land. Now you can buy land in SimCity. Or imagine you are playing the game Doom Eternal or Wolfenstein. You can buy a land in that era and fight off the evil Nazis. Oh, okay. Basically, if there's any worth spending money on in the crypto space, then Menopause wants to be the part of it, like Bipley's work. As founder and steward of MetaPurse, wow, they are charged with helping build the metaverse. What all? Metaverse, meta space, metaverse, metaverse, metaspace, and virtual estate. Fantastic English. We now know that they can do heavy lifting, backed by a growing team, said the blog post explaining the roles of Sudarshan and Venkateshwaran respectively. Sounds more like insider trading, don't you think? The controversy around MetaPurse. MetaPurse first experiment was a B20 project. Sudarshan and Venkatesh bought around 20 single edition pieces by Bipley for 2.2 million. So now they already were in touch with Bipley. So even before they purchased that 69 million, they already invested or they purchased Bipley's art. Okay. Subsequently, it set up the collection not in the real world but in BitSpace. They were a virtual world, metaverse, metaspace, now Bitverse. I'm sure there are so many college students and idiots, in the real world they are nothing, but they will comment below my video. Like, what do you know about crypto? What the fuck you know? Ha ha ha. What do you know? Yeah, I made millions, I made billions. That is why I'm taking the time to comment below your video, because I'm a multi-billionaire. Okay, and then. So, the two men sought out prime real estate in the virtual world. See, real estate, where you can farm and do all these things. Okay, they purchased real estate. Okay, where the fuck is it? Every time the article goes. Led him to offering. This keeps going. Okay. Okay. They set up, the two men sought out prime real estate in the virtual world, signed on by virtual architects to create monuments and infuse these structures with an original soundscape. To tell you honestly, my small brains don't understand anything here. I'll read it again. Subsequently, they set up the collection not in the real world but in BitSpace. The two men sought out prime real estate in the virtual world, signed on virtual architects to create monuments and infuse these structures with the original soundscape. This is way beyond my pay grade, Baba. I just understand parota and keema. This is all I don't understand. Okay then. But this is where things get complicated. When Sudarshan created the B20 project, he gave himself 59% of the outstanding tokens and 2% of it went to Bipley. Fantastic. So 60% nearly of what he created is with him, 2% with Bipley. So Bipley, do the work. You'll also get commission funda and I'll also benefit. Okay. Insider trading. According to the independent blogger Emmy Castro, this represents a conflict of interest. The two may have been in cahoots, ensuring that every day is. What the fuck is a Kahoot? The first 5,000 days artwork by Bipley. Hey, I'm making a video, man. So fucking loud. Asshole. Cicadas, crickets, whatever. and gets added to the metaverse collection. Okay, Wall Street, Wall Street, not Wall Street, fucking Wall Street. What will they bring out next? Sperm Whale Street, Dolphin Street. Whale Street, the decentralized market for swapping tokens, hosted the B20 sale on January 23rd. Around 1.6 million B20 tokens were sold at $0.36 a piece. After the auction, they shot up to $23. So this guy who owns himself 59% of the tokens issued these tokens at $0.36 a piece. He issued it. People paid money for it. Okay. And now the value is $23. So that is a massive increase. So by default, by owning the tokens yourself, you have hyped up the value and now you're a multi-millionaire many times over. Very nice. So hard work. It's called hard work. Kheti wadi. Okay, then. This means the sale of Beepley's latest NFT boosted the value of the entire collection by 6,000%. Fantastic. See, that is called hard work. Now you understand why cryptos want to be anonymous. So they can do all this hard work, this honest trading by themselves. But they want to remain anonymous. Privacy issues, Baba, privacy. The evil government and everything else. That is why give privacy to individuals. They will do honest stuff like this. Okay. At the time of writing this article, the value of B20 tokens have come down by $8.28 according to CoinMarketCap. According to Castor, Beeple's share is still worth over 3 million if he sells his coins quickly and there is enough liquidity to actually sell them. Wow, you make 3 million so easily. Nothing to worry. Make me a 2% shareholder. I buy and I sell for 3 million US dollars. So hard work. That is why cryptocurrency should be anonymous. Privacy is so important for hardworking citizens. The evil government, the evil bank, the feds. This is so bad. Good. Okay. Then, since I published the article, Sudarshan has written to me and asked me to take it down. Please, sir, please take it down, sir. I'm a hardworking man, sir. Please, sir, take it down. I refused but agreed to make edits if he could point out anything specific that was wrong. So far, he hasn't. Wrote Castor. Ayyo. Sudarshan, you wanted to show the power of the color of the crypto. Now why you are asking to take it down? You wanted to be famous to show India has big erection. India can buy India. But once you become famous and people are digging for what the fuck you are doing, please, sir, please take it down, sir. I don't want to be famous, sir. Please, sir. Please, I'm hardworking, sir. Chi. Yandada. Which language is that? Yandada. Inda. Kya karta tum? Okay. Anyway, that is why crypto should be this big language, decentralized, privacy. It should be anonymous. It's an investment in the portfolio where you can issue coins, virtual coins for 0.36 in the air. These coins are in the air. And then from 0.36 becomes $23 a share. You become multi-billionaire from the air. Then you take and you get physical money. Then why you want physical money? Better have air coins, no? Just air. No, but then you convert it to actual currency. See, this is called Chutiagiri. You buy with physical money. Physical money means the actual dollar and all that, which is already digital. When I'm buying from Amazon, when I'm buying through PayPal, I don't give them physical cash. It's already digital. So your stupidity to say this is digital revolution, no, it has happened long before. You just want to remain anonymous so that you can do your illicit, illegal and unauthorized transactions of creating some fucking tokens, selling it for 6,000% of the value, and then claiming to be a millionaire, and then converting that space of nothingness to physical money, putting it in the bank, Yeah, this is the fucking fraudulent hypocrisy that people have. But because you have a whole population that likes to drink Kool-Aid, they drink the Kool-Aid, cult Kool-Aid. Just Google search, what is that? Yeah, you have so many sheep-minded individuals who like to believe in the religious bullshit of this cult movement. What can you do? So as long as there are chutias in this world who believe whatever is told to them. Elon Musk tweeted, oh fuck, man, buy the fucking doggy coin, pussycat coin. Oh, Elon Musk loves me so much. Oh, he said, oh, there's no value for the degree. Fuck the degree, fuck this. I will go, yeah, ask if Elon Musk will employ you in SpaceX without a fucking degree. You think the scientists who are working for him all are, you know, college, school dropouts? Yeah, they are flying the rocket to the moon, school dropout. These Tesla engineers, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They are also all dropouts. Yeah, you just cherry pick one sentence, whatever they say, may respect, give them the fucking respect, worship them like a god. Because you're fucking stupid. You don't use your fucking brains. Just because someone in the West has said something, hard work and believe in the power of your dreams. You think someone from Syria and Africa can do the same? Where the fuck you use your brains here? And that also the worst part is, the majority population is in India. With an Indian environment, they're trying to live an American dream. And then they'll cherry pick one guy out of maybe a population of 1 billion. See, this guy made it. Oh, this guy made it, so you'll make it? Yeah, Jeff Bezos started an e-commerce business, is worth trillions. Jack Ma is worth billions. So you get idiots who will put their photograph in. If they can do it, why can't I? Yeah, do. I'm looking forward from Jack Ma and Jeff Bezos and your photo. They can't earn $10,000, but they want to earn billions. First, show me $1,000, no? Make $1,000 and show me net profit. You can't do that, and you're talking fucking billions. If you've done 1,000, show me 100,000. Done 100,000, show me a fucking million. It's step by step. Can't show all this, then shut the fuck up now. Anyway, this Lauda Lasund nonsense, NFTs and all that, it's not legal money. Nobody who has worked hard and done things legally would spend money in air. Like Logan Paul sold air and made 5 million. Why? Because people are fucking dickheads. You create something digitally and you sell for 5 million. Just imagine, you did a JPEG on Photoshop, you did one design and it sold for 3 million. What is that supposed to mean? Isn't that stupidity? The same stupidity that someone paints something in white and sells it to a guy for 5 million, 6 million. You think that guy who earned 5 million, 6 million worked hard, did kheti wadi, did farming, earned, saved every penny? And why this guy sounds suspicious is because 2011 he had no money. It says in the article, no money. And now he has 69 million. 69 million US dollars to put for something in space. Space means in nothingness. Use your common sense. You tell me if I'm wrong. Now you understand why crypto space, where people will remain anonymous, privacy is guaranteed. Why it'll never work? Because of shit like this. So you let me know your thoughts, if I'm right or if I'm wrong. Because I'll tell you, the crypto space will only attract people like this who want to do unauthorized, unlawful, illegal, illicit, non-government approved, non-taxable kind of activities. Will not work. The banks will not allow it. Governments will never allow it. And one fine day, everything will come crashing down. So you let me know your thoughts. This is me signing off. You guys take care.